welcome my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8 card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in Taurus to new moon in Sagittarius, November 2022? I'm your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch. Professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 and a half years of service in a couple of days from the time of this timeless recording. I'm also the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. I learned a lot before I wrote that book. Was glad to get it on there, and you can preview it for free if you would like to check it out. I am also a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, my members only website where I get to set the different levels of subscription, the benefits I'm serving over there as a creative mystical artist. I stream there every morning with an unlisted YouTube link talking about the day's astrological weather. The spiritual implications, the magical applications. My patrons chat with me. It's really great. We end with a little blessing, a little prayer, have a cup of coffee, off we are into the world, doing our service in the world. All of my levels of subscribers get those morning check-ins, as well as they get all the extended readings, all the part ones on YouTube. That, yeah, you can pay-per-view on Vimeo. I love when people do that, but all of my subscribers across the board get the extended readings, past, present, and future, as well as we've been doing some video events there, exclusive content for my patrons, doing Zoom classes, recording them, workshops, tarot parties, all sorts of cool stuff, and it's recorded. So if the patrons that want to make it can't make it, they can watch it back. Because I can record it and upload, the coolest thing ever. So if you are a creative type, and a lot of my aquarium friends are, certainly look into it for yourself. It's just divine. It really is. There are community guidelines, but a lot of creative freedom, digging it big time. But if you want the deeper experience, the magic, the miracles, the mysticism, and the mal, come Patreon on Patreon. I'm not going to stop. I love it so much. Best career move I ever made. That's why I recommend it so highly. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But just call me Mal. Easier, right? 3 letters instead of all of that. Let's get up in this gig. If you're new to the channel, because I know people are, and you got to explain what's going down before we go up, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon timeline from full to new November 2022, so that you can do the shadow work. There's a link in the description box to a video called The Shadow Effect. It's a movie featuring Debbie Ford, sort of like The Secret, a documentary, very well done, high production value, as an introduction to shadow work. Highly recommend it. Doing the spiritual alchemy from lead to gold. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold. You wane away those 3, symbolically speaking. The clearing the path to plant a new seed at the new moon. So let's look at the 2-week period, get the math out of the way, because this is a doozy, folks. The full moon. In Taurus, Tuesday, November 8th, 6:02 a.m. Oh, okay. Eastern time, I'm in New York, except it's a total eclipse and it's election day here in the United States. Really? Yeah. When the moon rides at her peak, then ye hearts desire seek. I'll be doing that the evening before. And then it is the releasing, the letting go, the clearing, the alchemy, the forgiveness, the surrender, call it what you will, the boop, 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 that vibe, to the new moon in Sagittarius, Wednesday, November 23rd, 5:57 p.m., let's just say 6 p.m. Eastern. But on that day, Jupiter also goes direct in Pisces, which is a good thing. So to make a dream come true, right, to plant that seed, Sagittarius, mutable fire on Wednesday, the day of Mercury, air day, communication, self-expression, that can be very, very, very powerful. So do the shadow work, and I'll have the 5-card draws for the new to fall, the beautiful new to fall, up before then. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs and cross watchers. If you apply this to yourself, you are going to do the alchemy, going to have more gold in your life than lead, as well as you will be helping the one you are cross watching do that, because holographic entanglement, blah blah blah, all that jazz. as well as you are helping move this entire planet to a more golden rather than leaded timeline, healthier rather than toxic, bit by bit over a 2-day period. The funny thing is we've been doing that all along, we just didn't know. Levels of consciousness, what are you going to do? So both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help move this planet with you. I call it Paradise Planet Earth, you know, whatever you want to call it. 1,000 years of peace, heaven on earth, you do you. But certainly a more Aquarian concept than maybe the other signs. So let's do this. Enough explanation. Let's do the divination. Please take a nice deep breath. And I have ocean waves playing in the background because it's the Saturday here when I'm doing this, and there's a lot of activity out in the condo village today. So still point. And here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the first of 8 cards, the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Aquarians and the cross-watchers, reason, season, or lifetime. Even if someone else is dealing with that, has that archetype dominant in their lives, they're still dealing with it, so it's in their energy field. To set up the template from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. What's the archetype they're alchemizing? This full to new. I can't believe this. November 2022, the hero-heroine archetype. The hero and Aquarius is just part of my life since jump. Seriously, Superman. I know, Leo, powered by the sun, but, you know, is he from Uranus? He's from Krypton. The hero-heroine archetype blows my mind. That's Athena and Heracles, who share the throne of Aquarius in my pantheon. Wow. Climbing up a mountain here. We're just going to say hero for brevity. For me, hero is gender neutral, but you do you. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. The shadow attribute is showing you what you don't want to look at, or if you looked at it, you don't want to deal with it. If you have looked at it and deal with it, you don't want anybody else to know about it. As you clear this within yourself, you are clearing it at all of humanity. The light is the gold you are shooting for. Remember the 3 atoms difference between the 2, because there are going to be cards to kind of help with that as we go along. An action family archetype. I'm keeping my eye on a cat in the kitchen. An action family archetype, one of the 9 different families. Certainly a hero needs to take action. So the shadow attribute. Escapism and a false sense of heroism. So escaping, not wanting to look at the truth, not wanting to take action, escaping, but a false sense of heroism is a villain. Right? So the shadow side of the hero is the villain, if you really want to break it down that way. The light attribute, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So it doesn't necessarily mean that a hero is always a rescuer. Right? It's a different archetype, right? Or an avenger. That's a different archetype. They do it for personal power. I always turn to Heracles, the original Greek name of Hercules, before the Romans had him. Did those 12 labels, the 12 labels. He had Givenchy, he had, no, a little De La Renta in there. No, he did the 12 labors to regain his divinity, all right? He had his divine powers stripped away because he was a bad boy, right? He was a villain, but, you know, being half divine as he was given a second shot. 12 labors, all having to do with surrender, literal or symbolic, to regain that. And very different from the Disney version, folks, just saying. And Kevin Sorbo version, the original. He was a brute, but he was hot. But a hero in that sense, a journey of personal power, right? Isn't that right, Melchior? Oh, it's Belzy. Do you want to come sit with me, buddy? The Leo cat for the Aquarian read. I think we're going to have some feline intervention. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. My middle son, the Jan Brady. Peter Brady, the much my Balthazar. Well, he's a good boy. He's like the softest pillow on planet Earth with a medicine ball at the center. He's a tough cat. I love you. Good boy. Lay down, lay down. My angels. Oh, I know. Please, I could have a YouTube channel just to them. I'd be making a lot more money, but I will not prostitute my kitties. No, I won't. Hero. The thing about the 8th chakra is that archetype determines what all the other chakras are doing in terms of their electromagnetic field, what they attract and what they repel. So this next card is going to get us the next 4 chakras down. Spiritual power in the crown, mental power in the third eye, willpower, choices and decisions in the throat chakra, emotional power in the heart, the feminine, the internal, the yin, the psychological, the world behind your eyes, daughters of the moon tarot. You okay? You chilling? Yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. He would be sitting in my lap right now if I would let him, but no. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of air, there you are, the sign of Aquarius, powers of the East. Please, beloved goddesses of fixed air, 1 card in clarity for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Lions, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Yes, please keep an eagle eye on him for me, a gray eye on him for me. What they need to be aware of inside of themselves: heart, third eye, crown, throat chakra minimum. They have the free will to do the shadow work or not, to delay, which cannot be prevented. But how many lifetimes do they want to keep coming back to do this in this full to new November 2022? All right, you got the 8 of blades. The 8 of swords in this deck is depicted a little bit differently, not blindfolded and bound, but depicted with the goddess Chokhmah, also one of the spheres of the Kabbalistic tree of life. The key word, decisions. Now, you got a lot of options going on here, similar to the 7 of Cups, which are more emotional. These are more mental. You may not know what all of the options are. Now, for me, there's a difference between a choice and a decision. All right? A choice has a consequence. Every choice does. Decisions tend to be more life-changing. The difference between, I think I'll have another cup of coffee and I think I'll pack it all in and start growing my own beans, right? Everything else, I'll just go off grid and make coffee just for myself. I'll be really wired in the forest, whatever, right? That's a life-changing decision. So we'll see the intensity of this, but you can't get more third eye, right? Element of air, blade spinning, and Chokhmah, a goddess of desert wind. So if you're dropped down into the middle of the desert, sun's directly overhead, and wind's blown from every direction, it doesn't kind of matter which way you go, except it does, right? To the oasis, casino or otherwise, or deeper into the desert, right? Where you burn and dry up and blow away. In other words, this is something that's going on in your mind that really is being affected by the hero archetype. Where is your personal power in this? I think would be a good question to begin asking. It's a general read. This could be about anything so far. We still have more cards to hit the table. Let's finish out that chakra thing with the lower 3 chakras using the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, the yang force. It sounds like an anime. Yang force, go! Relationships in the world, root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, 3 or more, you're involved, it's a tribe. From your nationality and your ancestral heritage to hanging out with a couple of your friends on a regular basis. 2nd chakra, relationship to another person or thing like an umbilical cord, money, sex, power, creativity, your relationships to those things as well as those with other people. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your honor code. Did you sign the Justice League or the Avengers Charter? Did you read the contract? Did you read the fine print? Your solar plexus, your boundaries, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. The very chakra that determines whether you're going to be a hero or a villain, step by step by step on the hero's journey. And I really recommend Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey, if this really resonates for you. So let's see what the gods have to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Because having air for an air sign in the third eye is not that shocking. Still point. As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Aquarius, powers of the East, please, my gods of fixed air, 1 card in clarity. What's going on out there, folks? 1 card in clarity for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Lower 3 chakra, inside out, right? Them looking out at a person, place, or thing. From the outside in, looking at them horizontally. Lower 3 chakra dynamic. What do they need to be aware of? this full to new November 2022. Oh, the death card, that's all. There's a big transformation going on in your life, either going to or rising from the ashes. Lord Hades, husband of Lady Persephone, Lord and Lady of the Underworld. Now look, he's not a murderer. He's not. No, he's too busy. He's got all that filing to do, all that Akashic Records intake at the end of every life. It's a lie. He's a sweetheart. I love him. He's the ender of pain, but certainly it's not the end, because the death card is the 13th card traditionally in the major arcana, and there are like, what, 21, 22 cards, depending on the artist who interprets it. So when it is a major arcana card in a spread like this, a reading like this, it's all three. If this was major arcana, it would be heart, third eye, crown, all four. This is all lower three chakras. You are going through a death phase, a transformation, which is absolutely spot on time to do what? A waning moon process, a releasing shadow work. Certainly the mental part of this, if you're really into Jungian psychology or shamanic descent or Dark Night of the Soul, Saint John of the Cross. It's one of them St. John's. I can't keep them all straight. They had a lot of St. John's. Particularly, there's a school in West Islip, if I recall correctly. So, you know, there's a lot of thoughts going on here, and decisions, like incisions, to be made here. But that certainly says there's a transformation of all of your relationships in the physical world, one would think. And that's probably both from the inside out, you looking out, as well as from the outside in, looking at you. You're going through something. Good. Well, transformation. What's the other choice? Stagnation. Nope. Not fun, although fixed signs. You kind of go for it. I understand. I'm a Virgo. I wouldn't know. Let's get you... Hey, I'm salty. I'm from New York. Let's get you a healing mantra card from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck to help you align this. They're very helpful, these cards, for me. I've had them for a bunch of years now. A lot of my clients have purchased the deck as a result of private readings, so they just sort of click in. So sometimes this gives a general reading a more specific click for somebody out there. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Oh, I feel that. Alright, I'm going to call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because a hero, an action family archetype, this could be about anything. A relationship, right, of any way, shape, or form. This could be about career. This could be just about anything. Regardless, it is transforming. A process of alchemy is in play, at least from the inside out or outside in. So, beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Aquarian Collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading to help them alchemize the hero in the eighth with decisions on the inner and death on the outer this full to new November 2022. Acknowledging apprehension. This is a daily one for me, particularly because I'm self-employed. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. And I always put in parentheses for now, because I might need a nap. My coffee might have kicked out, right? Or maybe I'm just a little McTriggerson about something. So, you know, the nervous system is inflamed when I'm overworked, because I do. I'm a Virgo. I work inner and outer all day long. Muggles work from sun to sun. Witches work is never done. We're working while we sleep. So acknowledging apprehension, and why wouldn't you have apprehension around some kind of transformation? See, transformation, you can't go back. A change is a state change. Solid, liquid, gas, right? Oxygen, water, ice, back and forth, all day long, have fun. But you can't unburn a cookie, right? Once it's cake, it's cake. You cannot say, oh, I wanted to turn back into batter. I mean, you can put it in a blender with water. It's not the same. Not that I've tried. Empirical evidence will weigh out, one would think. So to really know you have this magnificent guidance system within you, that the brain can be telling you all sorts of facts and data and this and that and this and that. But if you're feeling apprehensive and go to read it from the bookie book, you're going to get, this is really visceral, intuitive stuff, not just, you know, third eye visionary stuff, which is great. You know, it's part of it. But sometimes it's literally in your physiology, in your nervous system, and all that stuff. Please take a nice deep breath. I'll explain it. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. If I'm unsure, it's always a no. For now. Sounds like a good hero's, I wouldn't run into battle with that, but you know what I'm saying. When apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of a constant back and forth between polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices, which I think is probably where you are. It's like standing in the middle of a desert, all these winds calling you in different directions. You don't know. It's okay to not know, air signs. I promise you. It's okay to not know when you actually don't know. But it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices. As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that it is either your heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern you're about to repeat. I think I might have jumped off this cliff before, right? You know, some don't feel right. See what I mean? Visceral in the body. Or you're about to repeat, or it is a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure about how to step into the biggest stage you dream of commanding. It's like stage fright on an existential level. It happens. So look, isn't it a form then of intuition, apprehension? Just say it's one of these two things. Neither of them feel good, but I can acknowledge apprehension. That's a great way to be loving to yourself rather than pushing it down, doing it, and dealing with the regret later, right? Let's see, where were we? The power of discernment bubbles closer to the surface the more often your apprehensions are acknowledged, and it is needed to determine which of these two options is true, right? About to make a re-boo-boo. You made a boo-boo, you're going to re-boo-boo yourself, or you got stage fright, and it's okay. Both of those are okay. Don't delay what cannot be prevented. Here's your opportunity through acknowledgement. This mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness. You do have the decision card on the table. Balancing impulsive behaviors and trusting your instincts. That's what I mean. It's not just intuition, it's instinctual. Something feels off. Right? Really good for detectives. I'm gonna say that. And really good for heroes, right? They could just feel that kobold or whatever the hell it is right around the dungeon corner. Welcome to Dungeon Corners. Oh, dear goddess. All right, so we've got a hero acknowledging apprehension, which I think is a wise thing for a hero to do before they take action, one would think. So, let's ask the higher selves of all involved. Now, because this is about personal power at core, even if there are other people involved in this, this is really about you and your higher self collective. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, crosswatcher or otherwise, still point. Yeah, okay, alright. I call upon the higher selves of all involved. Fifth dimension above, eighth chakra above. They just flashed 3 different Aquarians I know through my third eye, and I wasn't even thinking about them. Please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Crosswatchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading. Fifth dimension above, eighth chakra above. What is the whisper of love? To help them alchemize the hero in the eighth with decisions on the inner, death on the outer, acknowledging apprehension as they go. This full to new, November 2022. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I don't know, it sounds very like a hero's creed, right? Brightest day, blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. I don't know, I'm thinking more of a Scarlet Sapphire, don't you? Or at least a Blue Lantern. But with that death card, right, to endure this transformation, to draw upon the collective soul of the hero archetype, right, to really make the decision to, you know, that's it, no matter what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to acknowledge my apprehension. If it doesn't feel right, I'm just going to step back, maybe take a nap, maybe get a smoothie, maybe get a Starbucks, right, maybe do some energy tapping, I don't know, you're Aquarians, you're into that stuff. Reiki, schmakey, eggs, and bakey. But anything, your higher self is saying just live through it. You know, in terms of completing our more toxic soul contracts, just as an example with people, sometimes all you got to do is endure it. Sometimes all you got to do is survive it to complete the contract. Let's let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in my family. And let's find out what the family animal oracle is, the divine animals oracle. Because a hero on a journey usually has some kind of animal vibe going on. I mean, He-Man had Battle Cat, Superboy had Crypto, which I can't think about cryptocurrency without seeing a white dog in a red cape. Just can't do it, right? I guess Batman had bats or robins as his pets. That sounds weird. So the difference between a spirit animal and a totem. Spirit animals, there were many dogs that played the role of Lassie in the TV and the movies. Look it up. Wasn't the same dog. But the totem of the dog is just all of that and the biggest side of crypto fries. You see how I work the canine angle in there? I miss the puppies. It's alright, I live with cats. So let's see what the oracle message is from the animal kingdom pantheon, and do keep in mind humans are part of the animal kingdom. Right, we're not vegetable or mineral, and if we do the shadow work, the world gets better for the aminals too. Yes, I inverted letters for humor. Aminals, yeah, I said it. Please take a nice deep breath. Gotta keep the shadow lights. The shadow reads light, baby. Still point. Yeah, here we go. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and cross watchers, watching this video, receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering them the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, the support, the protection, and the oracle message to help them alchemize the hero in the 8th, decisions on the inner 8 of blades. Could be blindfolded and bound too, sure, if they're not sure mentally what to do, dealing with this death phase that they're going through, inner, from the outside in, inside out. Acknowledging apprehension as they go, really using their instincts in that way, and enduring this. Because the divine, the truth, the love of who we are endures everything. I mean, it's immortal, it's eternal. Transcends all space and time. Thank you, Prince. So, what is their animal oracles, please, to help them on their hero's journey this full to new November 2022? Lakshmi, the peacock. Prosperity. I'm pretty sure it's either prosperity or abundance. And it's prosperity. Yay. The peacock of Lakshmi. Look her up. Hindu goddess, which is cool because the next card down will be the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. So you're getting a little extra Hindu deity vibe here. Card number, what is that, 39? Card number 39. Just going to read you the first part and the last part, the verbal description, and the magical application, which I think is helpful. Being a professional witch, to put that energy out there. But this book is chock full of really cool stuff. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 39, Peacock, keyword, prosperity. Prosperity is coming to you. A flow of abundance is on its way. Expect a new income stream. Clear the energy in your home or office. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult circumstances by enduring. Yeah, you're going through something. I mean, this is seems very specifically about financial stuff. And come on, that's a journey of personal power. Particularly if you're an artist. Like I said, I know a lot of Aquarian artists. A lot of tech people, too. Seriously. Right? So it is that thing about, the action that you take in this world, but you probably got a lot of data to sort through there that may be clouding the mind. Maybe you are a little blinded by the science of it all. Thomas Dolby, white courtesy telephone. While things are transforming, not quite done transforming, I sense, hence really paying attention to your instincts. I don't know that the third eye alone is going to be that hopeful, but to get that heart open little by little, love will endure. You can and will endure this for whatever this prosperity thing is. Let's look at the magic. Peacock magic is shimmering and rich It is the energy you call upon when you need more abundance in all areas of your life. Like the goddess Lakshmi, the peacock represents beauty and pure light. So when you need to clear your space, call upon this iridescent power, and that's perfect for waning moon, you know. Well, by the way, also sacred to Hera, the queen of the gods, who's definitely a fixed air, queen of swords, which is the Aquarius card if ever there was one, and I love her. Goddess of marriage. You know, she was queen of the heavens before she married Zeus, and then she became the goddess of marriage. And he cheated on her, you know. So it's not that she's a bitch. She's not. She's a queen. You know, she doesn't get her hands dirty. She lets other people do it for her. You know, I love that. You know, NBC, proud as a peacock. Digging that for you there, my Aquarians and my cross-watchers. And the transformation that's needed is needed here. What do you want? Warm batter or do you want cake? Don't ask me if I want cookie dough or cookies, because I'll probably take a little bit of both, thanks. Let's remove some obstacles with the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. We just used the Whispers of Love by Angelo Hartfield. This is the Hindu god of success and prosperity, which prosperity is on the table here, but also known as the remover of obstacles, hence those three atoms in between lead and gold. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesha, elephant-headed god of the Hindus, god of prosperity, god of success. I love me some elephants, and please, remover of obstacles, one card in clarity for the Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Zodiac cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help them alchemize the hero archetype from lead to gold in the 8th? Chokhmah, I think it's the third eye chakra, Chokhmah. Anatomy of the Spirit, Carolyn Mace, lining up the spheres of the Tree of Life with the chakras. The Death card, lower 3 chakras, transformation, Lord Hades, taking them from one situation to another, but through total transformation, acknowledging their apprehension as they go, because love endures, and this is about prosperity in some way, shape, or form. How do they remove these obstacles? This full to new November 2022? With surrender. Dorothy. I'm gay. What do you want? What do you want? That's how I got my rainbow card. You haven't revoked it yet. I don't think they're gonna. Card number 2, surrender. Now, first of all, this is not like waving the white flag. Look at him. Look at him. There's no junk in his trunk. He's kicking back. He has surrendered. He's going with the flow. Going with the flowsy-wosy. Card number 2. Into it. Oh, doesn't look like you gotta do much. Well, no, surrender is a process, and it's a waning moon. Like, so surrendering those 3 atoms is maybe a nice, an easier interpretation here. Let's see. Breathe. Card number 2, surrender. In the state of sleep, manifestations take root. Looks like you get some nap time. Here is a chance for rest and recovery after the challenges and various lessons that have recently been coming your way. Oh, like the death card? Yeah, you're going to take a nap. I don't think it's a dirt nap, though. Ganesha is offering you the option to retreat into a calm environment to replenish your energy and regain your composure. There is a need to stabilize your energy and recognize that you have been wrapped up in a stress-filled time. Brief periods of respite will enable you to improve your energy levels and concentration, as well as bring greater peace to your heart. This will set you up to start anew at the new moon. This is great. No matter how big the task you are involved in, times of recovery, including a good night's sleep, are important to heal the body and reset your mind back to positivity, regardless of what you are facing. Remember, going through the death card here, Ganesha is greatly reminding you to surrender this challenge for a while. In other words, back it up. Don't take it. God, I'll pay for that one later. If you are trying to make a decision or change, G, you think Chokmah? If you're trying to make a decision or change, this may not be the best time. Give yourself a much needed break and decide once you have a clearer head, because that's how you gain personal power. You know, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. And I'm a living archangel, and that's a long story. And someday everybody will explain that. Maybe I'll write a book about it. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Right now, the answer is no. Right? That's why I think this acknowledging apprehension for a hero is really important. Like, if you're even slightly unsure, say, I'll be back. I'm going to my Justice League satellite and recharge my Green Lantern ring. Say hi to Shaira and Zatanna. Maybe Donna Troy's up there. That would be nice. Come on, Leslie Connor on Titans. Are you kidding me? She's magnificent. Look, this is what it's about. But you're not surrendering to other people. You're surrendering to the divine. You're surrendering to say, okay. You need... Kal-El, you need your Fortress of Solitude. You know, Diana, you need to head back to Themyscira. Arthur, well, you know, Lighthouse, bottom of the ocean, you do you. Nice tattoos, by the way. You know, this is what it is. And for prosperity, you may actually have the energy, the health, and the rest to be able to handle that as the result. And let's face it, Hades is the wealthiest of the gods. All them underground, I mean, his oil rights alone. Right? Mineral rights, all the diamonds and stuff. They got the best stuff in the palace. Because when you die at the palace, you really... die at the palace, except I have the River Styx Speed Pass. Ha 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 ha. I also have my Akashic Records library card reactivated. Regardless, let's get our last card down. Within the lead there is gold. That's what this is talking about. The symbolic alchemy of it all, which means that there's a blessing already in play that you can't see until, what? Location. You do the work to the best of your ability. Do you have to cross every T and dot every I? This is not the SAT. No. That's a thing in the United States. I don't know if it exists somewhere. Sorry. LSATs, whatever. No, you just do the best that you can. It's a hero's journey we've got here. And, oh my God, I can't believe it. Heracles, 12 labors, all acts of surrender, literally or symbolically. Like kneeling down or bending down or just wow. Wow, we got a Greek myth playing out on the table with 2 Hindu gods. I'm into it. So that's why I think it's wise that we use the Blessed Bee by Lucy Cavendish. This is a Celtic deck, but I consecrated to the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, and I remember that because it's TLC. To kind of bring this all together to show you, give you an indication of the gold within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel, the hidden blessing. Please take a nice deep breath. And we do these for real. The blessings, I mean. Still point. Ooh, what's that? Oh, yeah. Right up my nostril into my third eye. I'm going to call that an instinctual, a kinesthetic intuition. As I call upon a delegation of the pantheons, of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers, watching this video, receiving this reading, really, doing this job as a Virgo is just a bit much some days. Feeling people's physical stuff now. Please, one card in clarity. Didn't sneeze, though, for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers. What is the gold hidden in the lead, the hidden blessing? That is here. Should they just do their best to alchemize the hero archetype in the 7th, from shadow to light, lead to gold, paint to peace, making decisions that they may not have all the information for in that third eye, hence the apprehension, going through a death process, lower 3 chakras in some way, shape, or form, but they will endure. The internal love that they are will endure. Love always endures, and for them to remember that and get that heart open bit by bit, because there is something about prosperity here and cleaning their space, right? Clearing their office, cleaning their home, clearing clearing their energy fields. There's some clearing. Perfect for a waning moon read, with Ganesh saying, oh, just rest, take a break, right? Step back. Don't make any major decisions right now. The cake's not baked yet. It's still warm batter. So acknowledge that apprehension. If it's a yes, nothing can stop them. If they're unsure, they're always a no. So if they do their best with that, what is the gold? The hidden blessing for the aqua lungs and their cross watchers. This full to new November 2022, a blessing on a new venture, and I bet it's a prosperous one. So it's probably not romantic. I mean, it could be romantic, I guess. I'm not really, that's not screaming. Not, I know everybody wants a romantic sexual read. I'll get back to doing the romantic soulmate contracts and the true love reads with extendeds. It's just you gotta do 24 readings instead of 12. I'm gonna read it from the bookie book, but honestly, I mean, we're looking at Green Arrow and Artemis here. Well, Artemis of Themyscira, not just the goddess. Be clear. Loved her in the movie. Robin's just really right for that part. So I'm going to read this. Here's the tea. We're going to do the blessing for real. At the end of it will be the words, blessed be. That's what's written in the bookie book when I read it. Card number 20. And then I will release all of you at the very end if you want to hang out for it. I'll tell you how to book a reading with me and other fun, I can't say cash and prizes, let's say fun and prizes. That's it for the serious. This is for the, I'll get serious now. Please take a nice deep breath. This actually feels really nice. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, please transmit this blessing through me for them on their behalf. Still point. Card number 20, a blessing on a new venture. A blessing to set direction, awaken determination, and establish a path through the unknown adventure ahead like a hero on a journey. That's my editorial. It's not written in the book. You may look into the unknown tangle of possibilities ahead and find a pathway through to your own goals and dreams. May the arrow of your intention be drawn back with commitment and a strong hand. Woof. May your eyes pierce the veils of the unknown, and may the arrow take flight and be sure and true. Oliver Queen vibe when you strike the mark. May your hopes be exceeded by the reality, and may the relish with which you began the dream be equaled by the joy in bringing to life what once were only imagined possibilities. Hot flash. Hero-induced hot flash. Let the way between you and your dreams' maturity be clear and clean. Gather speed and arc above all obstacles as it journeys towards its mark. As you begin, be certain of yourself, yet open to adaptation. May you be clear on what it is you yearn for, yet as flexible as the bow, and may you be as sharp as the arrowhead, so that you may penetrate all that seeks to hold you back and find your mark. I've dated a lot of Aquarians. Landing true and bold and deep. Okay, that wasn't that serious, but it's very heartfelt. Blessed be. For the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. So it is. Have I been holding on for a hero till the morning light? Yeah, well, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. Did you like that reading? It was a really cool read. Fucking superheroes. Oh, I love you so much. Hit the like button. Help the other heroes find it. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe. It's so simple. And hit the notification bell, because some of these are scheduled and some of them go out the second they're done uploading. Poof, out they go. You never know. Hit the notification bell, because I'm the fun one. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box. There's a link in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mal. Alright, Booking a Reading with Mal explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal. now, but we're afraid to ask. Shh, no, don't speak. And if you want the deeper experience, the magic, the did I just give you Diane Weiss? Yeah, both so Broadway. If you want the deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more mal, complete your own Patreon. And seriously, my artistic, creative aqua lungs out there, check it out for yourself. It's a wonderful platform. I do not work for them. I work with them. They're not paying me. My patrons are. So if you want to support me in my hero's journey as a mystical artist, I'm essentially the Merlin to the Arthur, blah, blah, blah. Complete your own Patreon. Come on. The Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. Yeah, but you can call me Mal, and I love you. I do love you, you freaks of the zodiac, you 11th housers. Interacting with the world, your creativity, making it a better place, harmony and understanding. You know, you had a song written after you, I guess. That gives you some street cred. I love you unconditionally. Hang in there. Hero up. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.